already started to get ready, but get ready with me while I tell you how I became a content creator as a 36-year-old. I've been doing this now for about a year and a half as like a full-time gig, and it's not anything I ever saw for myself or thought would happen to me, but it's been a really cool life experience that I feel like a lot of people think that being an influencer or content creator for the young people, but I have managed to make it a career and have an income from this, and I think that's really cool. I would also say that my content is maybe a little different than your average influencer. You know, I talk a lot about trauma in my life and mental health, and I think that's actually what has made me have success, is to just share the real things in my life. But from the very, very beginning, I was like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this 100% authentically. And if I can't do that, then this is not something that I can do. I'd spent so much of my life pretending to be somebody else and trying to fit into these molds and never feeling like I fit in. And in my 30s, I've really tried to live my life authentically. And when it comes to this being my job, for me, it was like, if I can't do it that way, this is not something I can do for my own mental health. And because I pride myself on being me and exactly who I am. People ask me for tips and advice all the time on being a creator. And I think for me, the biggest advice I can give people is to be authentic. So for me, that means sharing everything, whether it's embarrassing or sad or funny, whether it's being in the throes of motherhood or having an amazing day as a mom or being really proud of my children. I'm also a really creative person, so my content also revolves around decorating and making my house a home. My first extremely viral video was my apartment tour. So if this is something you're thinking about doing, I just really want to encourage you to do this from your perspective in life, no matter what that is, because it matters to people. And I think it resonates with people when they know that you're being yourself. I share some really vulnerable things, and I know that there's a cringe factor behind being vulnerable on the internet, and I've just had to not care about that. Some creators have a lot of success only sharing the highlights because sometimes people just want their social media to be an escape from reality. But as someone who has been through a lot of things, it's just not genuine to me to be okay all the time, because I'm not. As far as monetizing being a creator or an influencer, obviously a lot of the income comes from brand deals. I think one of the most common misconceptions that people have about me on my page sometimes is, oh, it must be nice, or you have to be rich to live there. Like in the beginning, this troll account made a video after my apartment tour talking about how there's absolutely no way I pay what we said we pay for this apartment, or I must have been grandfathered into this lease. Like actual crazy stuff. None of that is true, but they were convincing their audience that that was true, and they were deleting and blocking anybody who tried to say otherwise in the comments. But you know, it's been a crazy journey for me. And now I'm writing my memoir and have so many things in the works that I never, ever, ever could have imagined for myself. And I still have to pinch myself all the time that I live here. It's always been my dream. And not only was it my dream to live here, but I've had so many things happen for me. And I spent my whole life thinking I was just unlucky and I didn't deserve good things. And this city has brought me a lot of amazing things the past year and a half. And not only me, my family, which makes it even more special. My goal with this is to be able to do a lot of good things in the world, having a platform, which I feel like I have already started to do. And we did a really beautiful thing for some foster teens for Christmas, and I hope to do it even bigger this year. My goal would be to involve brands in making some wishes come true for foster teens. Brands like Nike and Jordan and makeup and beauty brands. That's my goal, is to make a lot of foster teens smile this Christmas. My goal is to be able to provide a beautiful life for my family and to finish my memoir. And we are no stranger to what it's like to struggle financially. The first several years of our life together, we were just two broke kids who had a family really early in life, and we struggled a lot. When I got really sick when I was 27, my husband had to take off so much work to take care of me that we actually had friends set up a GoFundMe for us because my medical bills were astronomical and Dusty was taking off so much, and we had to pay for sitters and food because he was eating out all the time, and our bills were just piling up, and it was a really scary time in our lives. But we don't live an extravagant life by any means. Go on vacation usually once a year. We don't even have a car anymore, so we have none of the bills associated with that. We don't go out and buy a bunch of luxury items. I would say the biggest flex in my life is that we eat out at yummy restaurants. We have no debt. We pay off our credit cards in full every single month. We made a really good chunk of money off of selling our house in Tennessee. So we have a good nest egg. And we're just regular people with really big dreams. If you want to be an influencer or a content creator, my biggest advice is to just do it. Just start posting, whatever that looks like for you, whatever your niche is, whatever is important to you, whatever you're knowledgeable about. I think the thing that I've tried to stick by is making sure my kids don't feel like they have to participate. If you watch my vlogs, you'll see a lot of times my kids aren't even in them. Obviously they're around, but if they don't want to be in a vlog or they are not around, I don't rely on my kids to make an income with my social media. I'm a mom, whether they're in my videos or not. I want them to have full autonomy. Anytime I do a brand deal that involves my kids, I pay them. I look at it as they're working, so they deserve to be paid just like I do. If content creation is something you want to do, I also want to tell you that you have a voice and a unique perspective that no one else has because you're the only you. So just start posting and don't worry about what people think. I'm a person who is really proud of the life that I've built for myself, and I'm really proud of my kids and what amazing humans they are. And it's been a really cool experience to share that with the world as my job. So anyway, I hope this was insightful, and if not, it was just a fun little about me and maybe a little encouragement for people that are thinking about getting into the content creation influencing world, especially moms, women in their 30s or close to 40, whatever that looks like for you. There's a space for all of us. Have a good day. Bye.